This is what Asmongold said yesterday, and then he made a follow-up, and I want to see what he has to say, guys. For anyone who doesn't know, Asmongold is legitimately one of the biggest inspirations for me streaming. Okay, so Asmongold is one of the biggest inspirations. Okay, so like this hurts me. After yesterday, I was like, oh damn, I didn't think he was gonna get canceled, but he low-key got canceled. So I think his takes might be a little too hot. Because they're a little too hot, I think based on what we just saw, he might have to step down a little bit from leadership. But I'm gonna see. I only know the guy because he doesn't clean his room. That is what he's known for, and he's balding. Okay, Okay, so this is what he said yesterday.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now.
Okay, so I think this is a factual statement. I think.
Oh.
This is a factual statement.
I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide
Explain the room.
Are
me being a fan of Asmongold does not mean my room is not dirty. How are you gonna
getting genocided? I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way.
That is a little too far. It is a little too far. Okay, because like a complete genocide, like it's like I kind of get it because he's saying that they're like the Sharia laws prevent LGBT members from being in their community, and they have a way to like actually just like genocide them off. I don't know if this is true, but it kind of makes sense from what he's saying. But it gets crazier. Then it goes crazy. Then it goes crazy.
The same thing.
Well, you're left, but also right. Asmongold is left and right. He's nuanced.
As they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing this same thing.
If this is true, then I agree with him. If this is true, but we don't know.
That's it. Just takes enough. That's right.
It's tough.
These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity. It is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
I'm trying to shoot Asmongold some bail. Dog. I am. You guys can tell, right? This hurts me. This hurts me because I'm a fan. I'm not even gonna bullshit, dog. I love Asmongold, dog. He's like, I don't want to say I love him because I don't really know him like that. Like I don't know him like that. But like, he's like, I really think most of the content he releases is really entertaining. But this was a crazy take. This was some like, what do you call it? When you think, what's that word? When you think your culture is normal, but everyone else's culture is weird and it shocks you. Like, and then because of that, you think you're superior. There's a word for it. It's like ethnocentrism. I think ethnocentrism, right? I think it's ethnocentrism. Anyways, that it's giving ethnocentrism. Thank you. It is ethnocentric. Okay, yeah, it's giving that. Like this is actually just Hitler. Yeah. This is low key. This is a sizzling hot take. His beginning point. I still stand. His beginning point made sense. So if there's a group of bad guys, and there's another group of bad guys that are killing off all these bad guys, I think that's okay. But it's different if there's a bunch of innocent people in this group, and then you're saying that, like these bad guys are allowed to kill all these people, even though like most of them are innocent. Like that's what you're good. And it's also low key a little bit it's very Western supremacist, which is low key a little bit white supremacy, but very, very much the case Western supremacy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
that's
the superior word was crazy.
Simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
See, like I like that he takes a strong stance. Okay, it's low-key very much like Donald Trump. Like you take a strong stance and you're 100% one way and you're 0% the other way. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very strong stance, but it was crazy. But he did release a video today. Okay, it all makes sense. Are you gonna say something about me? Please don't roast me. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm not this psycho. Okay, not psycho. I'm not this hardcore. I would hope that I'm a little bit more nuanced. I don't know though. I don't know. Okay. So he released a new video called "My Plans Moving Forward." I just want to see what he has to say. Have you heard that left in America is considered right in most other countries? I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into two parts, where the first part is going to be me.
Kim Jong-un and
talking about the Twitch suspension. Second part is going to be talking about myself.
Uh-huh.
And the first thing I want to start off with is something that I know it might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it. And if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why.
Uh-huh.
Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, you know, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you. And I think this has been something that's a long time coming.
Okay.
And I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but
good
it's
for
also
him.
something that I needed.
Yep.
And I want to talk about what the reason for that is.
He needs to be hinged. He's maybe a little too unhinged sometimes.
I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, you know, some just general, you know, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there.
Yep.
And I don't really want to like mince words or like try to like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting.
Yep.
I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything.
This was the bad part. It's like the innocent part is the bad part. Like if you want to say genociders should get genocided, that's fine. But saying like everyone should get killed because they're all like part of this like culture is a little.
I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say, and I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really. But when I'm using language like Palestinians or like the people there, rather than what my real language was, I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism.
Yep.
And I still am. I think that any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you as like, you know, like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort. And I feel like almost, I've rewatched the clip, right, or a number of the clips, and it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism. Yep. And I am.
And this is what I was saying about the whole Palestine versus Israel thing, is that it's like it's the extremists that are making all the blanketing over them, right? So like the extremists are the Zionists in Israel that are doing all the crazy stuff, and then extremists in Palestine is the Hamas group, and then they're both just attacking each group like everybody is that group, right? So when they talk about the Israelis, they're not talking about all their, like, they're really just talking about Zionists, but they get painted as the Israelis. So now when you're in that group, you're like, wait, it's nothing to do with me, but now I'm being attacked, right? And then if you're in Palestine, they're calling the Palestinians terrorists, but they're really just talking about the Hamas, right? But then everyone is thinking like the Palestinians, and then the Israelis see them as like a terrorist group, but when it's really just this small section of like very extreme people, right? Anyways, look at me, I'm a genius.
Everybody.
Oh my god, I'm so smart.
As this like group, then I'm the asshole, and I was the asshole. I had a lot of you guys tell me that, and it's taken me. This is what's so crazy about it. Is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, like I don't really even know what the word is for it. Just like the most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself.
It's like a character.
That I've been devolving into this.
It's Asmongold character.
A lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, "You've got to chill out. You've got to calm down." I've been like, "Oh, that old man doesn't know what he's talking about."
Oh, and damn.
I've finally had some level of accountability for that, and thank God. I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years. And I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think it's, looking back on it, it's just disgusting. And it's
this is W self-reflection. I never thought I'd see the day, because I've always seen Asmongold as a character. like I don't even take a lot of the shit he says seriously, but just because he's so like hard-headed, that's what people like about him, is the fact that he's just so like just says it, dog, you know, and he just says it even if it's right or wrong. He doesn't care to like toe the line. He doesn't care to be careful. He just low-key just says that shit, bro. Depends where you are from. In Europe and most of the world, they see Israel as the bad guys. In America, they think Palestinians are bad guys. So depending on where you're different, people are being called something bad. Yeah, the way I've always understood it is like, I don't think like if you're from Israel or you're like, this is like, I'm telling you, it's like a whole circle. It's like there's like the Jewish, right, is a big circle, right? And then in that circle, there's another circle that's Israel. And in the Israeli circle, there's another circle that's Zionist, right? And the Zionists make everybody look bad. But then because they're all getting attacked, they all feel like, oh, I'm defending now. I also have to defend the Jewish. But that's not the problem. The problem is the Zionists. It's the same as the Palestinians. Within the circle of the Palestinians, inside is the Hamas group, right? But everyone just looks at the Hamas group and they think it's everybody there, right? It's kind of like the idea of like, you know how like they say like one bad cop or like one rotten cop, whatever. It was like during BLM, and like it was like one bad cop makes ruins the tree, one bad apple ruins the tree. It's kind of like that. There's like a couple bad cops, and it makes, even though if the majority of cops are good, right, the majority of the police force is good, because of that small group, it makes it look bad, and then everyone gets defensive because now it's all like, no one's saying like, oh, the bad cops, they're all saying police, right? And they're not saying like the Zionists, they're saying Israelis, right? And then they're not saying Hamas group, they're saying Palestinians, and then that's when it all goes back. Where's the ukulele? Where's the ukulele, bro? Anyways,
when you get lost in the sauce and you get
okay.
fixated around like listening and reading feedback and, you know, just getting hyper fixated, this is like your entire life.
True.
You lose a perspective on reality, and you lose a perspective on the world. And I think that perspective was brought into perspective yesterday and the day before, when I was making comments like this, and
he was lost in the sauce.
I feel so stupid. It's crazy. So I'm getting all these people making negative comments toward me. Everybody's telling me like, oh, go kill yourself. I hate you. Everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay. It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine. And
damn. How
humiliating is that?
Damn.
How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad.
Yeah.
I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole. I really do.
Damn.
I've always been I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist, and even as a young kid I was raised Roman Catholic, and I was always very defiant towards it, and I've always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. But
aside from political shit that is seen in normal communities like K-pop, people see the toxic side crazy fan, and that makes other people hate it. Exactly. That's exactly my point, Stamina. That's a great comparison. That's a great comparison. So like the majority of any fan base, this is the truth. The majority of any fan base is usually pretty good people, like normal people, but right? But what do they say? It's like the loudest ones that get heard. And who are the loudest ones? The most ignorant ones are the loudest ones. And it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. That's actually a perfect example. I don't know how we tied K-pop into this, but yes.
I think that opinion is definitely shaped by the media that I've created, and the media I've created for myself, and then also just the media that exists, the media that I've chose to seek out as well. And I think that media has allowed me to have certain predispositions and certain biases that the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced. Or what my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers messaging me on Discord, like, you know, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, like, you know, I'm willing to talk to you, and like, you know, like, let's try to work this out. Right?
Yo, W.
And I scroll
viewers. And I need to stop saying fucking W. Oh, I don't know why I keep doing this. I need to stop saying W. But yeah, yo, that is amazing. Like the fact that people, instead of getting all up in arms and like saying, hey, you should kill yourself, Asmongold, you should kill yourself. How dare you say that? They actually said, let's start a dialogue. I just want to see if you will change your mind, if you have a better understanding from our position, right? And I think to that, That's a W.
These are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018. Like, I love your content. I love your stream. I love you. Right. And now they get to hear this from me. And I just feel like such a stupid, belligerent fucking asshole.
Yeah. W.
I really do. And I'm sorry.
Fuck me.
I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism. And I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious extremists. I think it is.
Exactly! Dude, Asmongold, wait, look at this! He's thinking! That's exactly what I'm saying, is that, like, the religious extremists are the worst, dog! They're literally, anyone who's an extremist in almost anything is the worst, dog. But it's hard, but the thing is that there's people in that group, so you go like, well, if these people believe, these extremists believe that, then you must also be on their same train. But most people don't care that much, right? They're just part of the group, but then some people really, really care, and it makes it paint a bad picture for everybody else.
It is, and I'm really...
John, do you need to talk? Do you want to start a dialogue? Grooming kids is not good. I'm not a groomer.
Sorry for that. I've just been a fucking dick.
Yo!
And it's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not.
Yeah.
And I planned on streaming and everything.
Yeah.
And I actually got a text message from one of my mods. They said, "Oh, I heard about the suspension. I'm sorry." And I was like, I remember I was like driving and like, you know, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up.
Oh, but he didn't care.
If anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt like finally I have a moment to just take a
break
back and breathe and think for myself and just stop.
Dude.
Just like get out of my own head.
This is such good reflection, bro. I want to say this too. This is so random. I want to say this too because like I know kind of how he feels. Okay, so I don't think, this is my personal opinion, I don't think there is a harder working streamer than Asmongold. Okay, this might be a hot take, but I really don't think there's a harder working than Asmongold, which is why a lot of my blueprint comes off of him, is because I think he works as one of the hardest ones of all time. Think about this. He's on stream almost every day for 8 hours. He does about 4 to 5 hours of reaction content for his YouTube channel, just like I do, except I don't do it for that long. And then he does another 4 hours or so of gaming. So like this guy's on his computer, I'm not joking, probably like 50 plus hours a week streaming just so he can get out content for his channel. I would be low-key doing the same, probably not at that rate, maybe at like 70% of that rate if I had a full-time editor. But I don't have one, so he's able to do that. But dude, he's a hard worker, dog. And because of that, you never get the time to really just sit back, reflect on yourself, see what you can do better. You never get that time. So I can see that when he got banned, he finally gets 2 weeks off, bro. This is a vacation for him. Not in a bad way, but like an actual vacation for him to like go back, reflect and say what's important in life. What is it that I need to focus on? Because like, hey, you only got so much time left on earth, bro. Otherwise, you just keep doing what you're doing because he's so comfortable doing this, right? Like he's been doing this his whole life. I forgot to resub. I'll do it once I'm home, John. Don't worry. Oh, bitter. Don't even worry about it, my guy, bro. But don't even worry about it. Do what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? Get home. When you don't get home tomorrow, the next week, it doesn't matter, bro. As long as you're here, that's all that matters, bro. W bitter, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. Is it a W, John? W.
And
I'm sorry, guys. I keep saying W, but I'm like addicted to this shit now.
Like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life. And this is gonna be kind of the second part, by the way, of the video. Comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad, but I've categorized a lot of people in that way.
John being Asmongold Glaze was not my bingo card.
I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Great reflection. I was about to say W reflection. I wish John was as nice to me as he is to Bitter. Yo, me and Bitter, we have a connection, okay? We have that like that tip-to-tip connection, okay? That's all I have to say. I made a chibi John. Wait, I want to see.
That's pretty much.
Have you seen Drake's recent fit pic? I'm gonna look at it right after this. Now I'm intrigued.
Fucking asshole! I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, that was maybe.
I don't know what else to say.
You don't have to say that.
So,
okay.
Actually,
sure.
I do know what else to say.
Yeah.
I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter.
Actions do.
But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do.
Yes.
And
but
so
sometimes you have to let people know. Sometimes you have to let people know. So that doesn't mean you never apologize. because you still sometimes it's like, okay, I messed up. I want you guys to know that I messed up, and I'm going to go do some things to change this. Okay, but like yeah. So I don't think you never apologize, right? But it's empty. Apologies are empty if you don't do anything about it. Okay.
As hopefully better content, and if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it.
Look at that. Drink water. Look at, oh my god. I really didn't know I was an Asmongold Glacier. I love Asmon, bro.
Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like, I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this.
Okay.
And now I would say
everything.
that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence. And I think that the process of that has been extremely unhealthy for me. And I think that what it's done is that it's allowed me to become such a one-dimensional person that I'm not even a person anymore. It's like I'm in Dark Souls, I'm going hollow or something. And I think about like all of the, you know, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing, and I was writing it down, and I'm like,
getting a new house, bro. I mean, he might not do this because his whole thing is about saving money. He's like a dragon, dog. He's like a dragon, just saving up all this money. But dude, get yourself something nice, dog. I'm not joking. Asmongold should go get himself a new whip, a new car, not to show off, bro, but just to like enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like, does that make sense? Like, in life you work, but you don't just work just so you can stop working one day. Like, I mean, yeah, you're gonna stop working, that is the goal, right? But you have to enjoy the fruits of your goddamn labor at some point, right? And what I mean is that this man has millions of dollars, dog. I swear to God, Asmongold might be the richest streamer, or one of the kick streamers, because they got $1 million deals, like, right? But Asmongold's 100% up there, and dog, go spend it on something nice, man. Enjoy life, bro. Go get yourself a wife. My fucking guy, bro. Anyways, my ballet teacher just says this: when we mess up, don't say sorry, just be better. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's no sorry doesn't ever fix anything until you actually do something. And you only realize that when you deal with a compulsive liar or someone who always says sorry but doesn't ever change. That's when you realize that sorry shit doesn't matter, bro. When the new car gets old, I'm sure to want something else. Hendrik, you did not just do that. You did not just quote Kendrick. John, please, I'll give 10 subs if you at least do a 3-hour stream without playing the dirt sound. Okay, all right. That's -$60 for you, bro. 3 hours and I don't ever say W or dirt. I got you.
Oh, fucking, like, I'm just going and going and going. I'm like, oh my god, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like, this is insane. Like,
He's got so much.
Like, whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my
so
god.
much.
I'm ruining my life. I've been existing, and I want to, at a certain point, actually try to live my life. And I don't think that I've been doing that.
Damn.
And so, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do that differently? And what does that mean for...
Oh my god, imagine Asmongold traveling! Oh my god!
For my stream, etc. I think that I'm gonna cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much. And I think I'm also going to cut down... This is gonna sound like I hope I can say this in the right way. I feel like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016, and 17, and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but holy shit, I've been way more of an asshole. It's insane. And it's a night and day difference. And I've had, again, everybody in the world telling me this, including my own dad, and I've just ignored them.
Dang.
And finally it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm an asshole.
True.
Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that, like, getting suspended in this
2 weeks off.
I hope that it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that reality. And so, what are those things that I'm going to be doing differently?
Traveling.
The first thing is that I think I'm going to try. I've been very much...
Wow, before we get it, this is my first Asmon video. I'm surprised he's actually well-spoken. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Asmongold, like I've watched Asmongold for so long, so I kind of know when he's like in character, and I know like I've seen so much of his stuff. I fallen asleep to this man, dog. I fallen asleep to this man, bro. And like I've heard him like he's smart. He's smart about his money. He's smart about the business. He knows what streaming is. If you think about it, all these people who pop off on streaming and stuff, like who's always consistently at the top, bro? Asmongold, bro. You know why? Because he's consistently streaming hella hours and he consistently makes videos. I'm telling you, there's almost, I would argue, there's no more of a successful streamer to YouTube relation than Asmongold, bro. This guy posts 3 videos a day, and each of those videos gets like 700,000 views. 3 videos a day on YouTube gets 700,000 views. On top of that, he's streaming, dog. He's literally making money on top of money on top of money, bro. His business, like his brand, is so huge, but no one ever kind of expects it because of how like he's not super outspoken, right? He's not here flaunting his stuff. Like he's just kind of low key. And I was like, man, this guy's smart. Like Loki, he knows what's up. He's just not saying it. The dirty room is what gave the bad impression, to be honest. Actually, true. Very true. The dirty room is, I think, why, but that's actually part of his character. And I wish it was a character thing, but it's actually his life. He just lives like this. But I totally get you. Queso is one of the other people too. Like he's consistently streaming like, I don't know, 5+ hours a day, right? And he gets like, yesterday he had like 70,000 viewers, right? 60,000, 50,000 viewers. And then he goes on YouTube, posts those videos on YouTube, and guess what? He gets like over like 700,000 views each video. Crazy. But you know what's crazy is Asmongold posts multiple times a day, and he gets those numbers anyways. I'm telling you, Asmongold is he figured it out, bro. He figured it out. But it takes sacrifice, and that sacrifice is being on the computer and never really having a social life. It's just being on the computer and doing this shit 24/7.
Trying to like maintain a consistent schedule with my stream, and I will continue to do that.
Okay.
I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time.
Okay.
I want to live a normal life, and also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things,
like this,
and spending time on things that I really enjoy, and basically just like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom and Mythic and everything, like honestly, it's been too much for me to handle. It's been completely too much.
He needs a manager.
And I've been losing my mind dealing with it. And
Damn.
I try to hide it the best I can because, you know, I try to do the best, right? I try to do my best. I you know, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. You just keep going. You just keep going. It doesn't matter. And
but at some point,
it does matter.
Yeah.
And I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them. And I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years.
Yep.
I think that I haven't really been able to fulfill my responsibilities as
Dang.
in a lot of cases.
Johnny, my man, I actually realized I had less comments. I realized I'm back. My fault. Oh, gee, you good, bro.
Do them, and I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well. But I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, is that I need to get myself in check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to, like, just get my life to... I need to fix my fucking life.
He needs a break!
It's insane. Like, I think about it, and it's in shambles.
I'm telling you, it's like, that's what he's saying. He needs a goddamn break, bro. I'm telling you, he works harder than anybody out there. My man needs a break.
Everything about my life is basically fucked. And I'm going to take a step back from all of that. I'm going to step away from my leadership position and OTK and Starforge and everything. I want to, and they're fine with that.
Yep.
They respect that, and I want to do this. And I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone.
What a guy,
and
bro.
I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've lived up to that. I think that I can be a lot better than what I am right now. And I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should be in the way that I should be.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right?
Yeah.
And I want to focus more on trying to do things that are fun trying to laugh more with people rather than at people.
Oh my god.
Still laugh at people every once
that
in a while.
Hurts.
Okay? Like,
That hurts.
Let's not get ahead of
Damn,
ourselves.
laughing with people instead of at people, dog. That hurts my soul. Damn, I want to cry for Asmongold, bro. My man's.
Here. But it's about
no break and save him. He's cooking for life. He's binding into the streaming life and nothing else. You just missed the whole video. He's talking about, so he's gonna get a T2. He's banned for 2 weeks. He's gonna get a 2-week break. And I think he's really gonna focus on, dude, I'm telling you, he gets hyper focused on shit. There's a reason he's one of the best streamers of all time, dog. Like, he will figure it out. I mean, I think he's just gonna balance more. The thing is, his content, most likely, like, you can't have everything. So you can't have this whole machine rolling where it's always doing great and then you also are doing great. There's not enough time in the world for that. That's just the truth, right? Usually what happens is that you have to sacrifice. So most likely he's gonna sacrifice a lot of streaming stuff. Maybe not the hours, I don't know, maybe the hours, maybe whatever, but he's gonna focus a lot more on his life, and I think that's really good for him, bro. I'll talk about you. Damn, best streamer we're going to me and John when I start streaming. True.
It's about a tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just sound like such a piece of shit.
Like mad.
Really,
negative.
At the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit. I sound like a terrible person, and it's just so mean-spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore.
Yeah.
And,
damn.
I've spent a long time growing up. The time I did.
Yep.
I was an r/atheism enjoyer.
Oh.
I have a very negative opinion of a lot of religions.
Ooh, r/atheism.
I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity, and
I want to say something really quick because I was here, guys. I've been on the internet forever. Y'all know I'm an unk. Y'all know I'm an unk, bro. So I'm not joking, guys. I was using Reddit before anybody else in my life was using Reddit, okay, dog? I've been a Redditor, my Redditor head ass. Guys, I was using Reddit in 2013. In 2013, I was using Reddit. So I was there. So Reddit, I've known Reddit my whole life. Reddit has always been super left-leaning. Super left-leaning. Reddit has never in its entire life been right. And it got even more left-leaning as it went on. So when r/atheism used to be one of the most popular subreddits, and not in a bad way, it just used to be like popular, like people liked it. It wasn't weird to be an r/atheism. It wasn't like you weren't a weirdo. It wasn't like this negative connotation in being associated with this subreddit. However, at some point it shifted. I don't know what happened, but r/atheism started becoming like very, very like cringe. Like it started becoming very like you do not want to be associated with r/atheism because it got associated with it like Milady and shit. And then I realized, oh shit, I need to stop reading this shit, and so I stopped, bro. But it did used to be popular, which is why I think it's really funny. r/atheism used to be at like one of the best subreddits, and then it became like considered like a terrible subreddit at one point. I was using YouTube when that bitch started in MySpace. Hey, yo, MySpace! My guy, bro. My guy. Reddit being left to us is actually probably like a centrist. It's probably like centrist in the world. Wait, Reddit being left to us is, oh, it's probably centrist in the world. I don't even know, bro. Okay, yeah, okay, I can kind of see what you're talking about. If you ever go on Reddit, guys, right now, you go to r/all, all you see, I'm not joking, is Kamala Harris and anti-Trump post. I just think it's funny. I think Reddit is pretty right to me. See, that's crazy. No, Reddit in America is the leftist shit. Go to r/all during the voting seasons, and all you see is anti-Trump and pro Kamala Harris, right? Look, right now.
I view that.
It's crazy.
I've always read a
not
lot
bad thing. It's what it is.
Islam. And
let me go back.
A lot of criticisms. I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam.
Yep.
And I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I've heard a lot about it, and I've been like watching things about it, and I've been like hearing people telling me this.
He's getting indoctrinated.
But I've never seen it, and I actually think that after all this, I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself.
Damn!
I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul.
Dude, oh god, I can't like you say, yo, traveling. Yo, if anyone here who's not traveled internationally, if you've not ever traveled internationally, I'm telling you, and everyone who has traveled internationally will agree with you. traveling internationally is one of the best things you could ever do in your life, bro. Once you see how other cultures live, once you see how other people are, once you see that there's like a whole other section of the universe that exists outside of where you live, it is like the most like it's like when people go into space and they realize that Earth is just so fucking small, bro. They realize like we're all on just this tiny little blue dot, bro. And that's exactly like what it is like when you travel, bro. When you travel, you realize there's a whole other communities that just live a whole different life from you. Like they don't care about the internet. They don't care about like any of that stuff. They only like they're all there like and it's okay. And it's completely normal, dog. And like I wish more people did it. I got it naturally because I'm Asian. So I go back, you know, I travel to like internationally at least a couple times every like 2 to 3 years, right? So like this is something I'm used to, but that's because I'm Asian. If I wasn't Asian, I probably would never do it. I've only been to like 4 states in America, so like that's how much I don't really care about traveling, but that is how it is, man. Americans think they are the center of the world as usual. Honestly, but that is how it is, right? Because in America you have so many people coming that you have like you think you have a good grasp on like the international world, right? Because in America, like you see Asian people, you see black people, you see Hispanic people, you see the Middle Eastern people, you see every type of person you will meet while you're in America, right? But the truth is, if you go out there, the truth is it's not homogenous over there, right? So if you go to like China, Chinese people. Taiwan is Chinese, Taiwanese people. You go to Japan, it's Japanese people. Like it's just like all one section. So like usually it's like it's different, right? It's just a different like it's a different life, but it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I travel a lot, mainly in Europe, but a few trips outside Europe. And tell me it's not one of the craziest shits you've ever done, right? It's so good for you. When I visited Marrakech, it was a beautiful place and cultural experience. I went during Ramadan too. See, that sounds amazing, right? Like seeing that, because like it's not like we have that in like America. It's just like I don't know if I'll ever see a Ramadan in my life, right? I don't know if I'll ever see anything like that. But I wish I could just see it because it'd be cool to be like, oh, this is like something they really care about. Like this is some real shit. It's just not some shit I see on the TV or I read about. And anyways. We'll get back to the video because I think Asmongold, if traveling, I mentioned that before that I think he's gonna start traveling. I think traveling is so important to widen your view on life, bro.
Turkey, there's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not.
He's going to Turkey to get his hairline back in place.
Just that, I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other places. I mean, the truth is that, and this is the worst thing about what I said. Some of the places that I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're like just the internal strife, the actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed there, and I might not be able to do that.
Yeah, because it'll be too dangerous.
I want to do it and I want to see it for myself because I'm
sorry, I helped us go travel to London. Unlucky. Yeah, the food was shit. So fucking true, bro.
I don't like believing what people tell me. And I think that when I do, I end up being a fool.
Yeah.
And I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it for myself.
Experience
it. And I want to live my life. And I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, like, clean up part of my house. I'm going to try to do this. And I'm not going to hire a cleaner.
Oh!
As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic.
He's going to do it himself.
I view this as a penance.
Okay!
And I think I need to do this.
He's gonna clean his room
for myself. I need to take accountability for bad things that
I've done. Bro, buy a new house.
And for letting my life get this out of control. And I don't need a get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself.
Yeah.
And for my own closure as well. And I think also I want to live for the idiots out there that, you know, they're like looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, not a good idea. But he
wants to put on for his community, bro. He wants to put on for his community. My guy, bro. That's exactly what I think about. I want to put on for you guys, bro. I'm not even joking. That's like such a big part of it. Like the people who support you, dog. Like don't like if you don't do it for yourself, you gotta do it for them. I'm not even gonna lie. El viewer, El mod. Yo, that's what you get for not subbing, huh?
They will see that and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing.
Look at this.
And if I can do that for one person.
That's all that matters.
I've already done it for myself. I've already done a good thing, and so it could only get better. And so that's what my plan is. I'm going to try to like rethink my life. I have had a lot of people reach out to me, people I would have never expected reach out to me, in ways that I never expected, and I understand that, you know, like I'm still very critical about, you know, religious fundamentalism.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But when you paint with such a broad brush that you just include an entire group of people.
Yeah. You can't include everybody.
You're just being you're being a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like people said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume.
You could see
so
that.
Easy.
Yeah.
And so I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I've been an asshole. I think that I've devolved for the last 2 years. I think that I've negatively affected other people too, in ways that I hate. I don't even hate to say this. Like I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever I go back live again, I'll probably talk about that more. And you know, like there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to, and you know, take accountability for things that I've said.
Well, the one of the person, I don't know if he's CEO. One of the person who owns his organization, Tips Out. He came out and talked about it. He didn't really like slam Zach or anything. He just came out and talked about his experience, and I think he's probably talking about him. I'm not gonna lie.
And done that have negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong, and that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've heard what I have to say, that a lot of you all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed.
It gives him,
and I hope that this is the next part of the rest of my life.
I like that. It gives him a forced time away, cause like there's no reason for him to ever stop doing what he's doing because it's so successful, dog. You know what I mean? Like, so until you get like slapped in the back of the head, or until you are no choice, there's no reason for him to do it. So like back then, he never had a reason to stop. If he didn't get banned for the 2 weeks, he would just keep streaming the way he was streaming. It'd be hard to reflect, to really get that time to be like, oh man, like I need to make some time for my goddamn mental health, for myself, to just like figure everything out, bro. But you would never get that time, because if the choice is like, think about this. Think about like what his life, right? You have the choice between being better at this, whatever, or maybe you'll get better if you do this, you clean up your house, whatever, or I can go on stream and make thousands of dollars. You're always gonna choose the thousands of dollars. So now that he's forced to not have to do this, I feel like in the long run, his quality of life is gonna pay out, right? In the short run, it never pays off because that's how it works, right? But in the long run, this decision and this ban is honestly a W for him, bro. A W. I'm not religious, but if I was religious, I would say God works in mysterious ways, okay? But I hate that fucking sentence because I'm not religious at all. Oh, God. We've been bugging him for a month about it. Give it another half year. We don't know what we're going to do with channel points. It's not my fault. I love you guys.
And
I love you guys.
I want you guys to hold me accountable to that.
I like that.
So if I'm being a fucking asshole again, if I'm being mean, if I'm just being callous, acting like a psychopath, just treating people awfully outside of a WoW raid when they get killed by fire, but really laughing at people's misfortune, try to say, man, just chill the fuck out, stop it.
Yeah, chill, just chill.
And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ignoring it, and look where it got me.
Yeah.
This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life. And I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case. And hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right? And so I want to say that's pretty much about all I've got. I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down.
Yeah.
Not just with comments like this, but also just with the way I've been doing things in general. I think that you guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting.
I like
this. I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology is better content, change behavior.
Yep.
And that's what I hope to do.
Action.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life, and there's a lot of things I think, again, I'll probably talk about more whenever I go live again, that are like more kind of just like kind of in the weeds,
like things he's gonna do. Yeah.
But,
okay.
Overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's about all I've got, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to just take this time off.
It's gonna be like 2 weeks of no content?
Really kind of fix my shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, guys, that's about it. I'll see you later. Bye. My
guy, bro. Cat, is this a W response? I haven't been paying attention. Hey, I'm not a no glaze. I mean, I know I mentioned in the beginning that I'm an Asmongold fan. No glaze. This is one of the best apologies I have seen. No glaze. There was no ukulele. There was no excuses. He acknowledged that he was just being a dumbass, and that he took a minute to reflect and was like, bro, I've just been a dumbass this whole time, and like it was messed up. And he talked about how all that matters is goddamn action, bro. And that's a W, bro. I love that. I love that he's doing what he's doing. The fact that he said, I want to go visit those places, I want to go out there and travel, is such a big step for him. And I'm telling you, someone who's watched him all the time, I never thought I would hear him say that. The only thing is that it's easy to say it, and he knows this. It's easy to say you're gonna do something, but it's a lot harder to do that. Okay, traveling is a absolute commitment, but if he ever does travel, I know he's gonna be a way better person for it, bro. Not gonna lie, he is a W. Oh my god, I'm glad we all agree. Now we're all Asmon fans, bro. Asmon is a W. That was such a good response, bro.